For the first time ever, NR Night in America heads not just out of the U.S., but to Belgium for a community event. The first community event outside of the lower 48. Welcome to Spa, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to race for 2.4 hours with the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. I'm John Ramos, the voice of NR, and this event has had already some ups and downs just to get it going, and we're going to explain it all in just a matter of moments. 40 trucks have worked their way out to Spa in preparation for this event. And unlike other timed races we've had in the past, this is not multi-class. It's straight up. The fastest truck will go to victory lane after 2 hours and 40 minutes. Qualifying is underway. It's going to be a group qualifying session where they have 10 minutes to put down a time. Not just drivers from the United States are here to rock and roll. Drivers from elsewhere, Canada, Mexico, down in South Africa, and all the way out there in Russia. Ford, Toyota, Chevrolet all making their way through as this 20-turn behemoth gets ready to take shape. Daniel Mosteller, the first truck off and on, and gets ready to put his time lap when he works his way through turn 19 and 20. Let's talk about it. Last Tuesday, we had an NR Night in America, and the talks came up, hey, there may be a Friday night NR Night in America. And then the question was, how is that going to happen, if that indeed? Well, tomorrow, I'm calling the ARCA race at Salem. That is over the PA, but I don't have to be there till a certain time. And that time opened up a window for a community event today, and that's where things get exciting and bold. Originally, we were going to do the Nürburgring, a community event that's been teased for about 4 months. But before buying the track, we realized $25. That's really tough to go ahead and get drivers to do in such a short period. Drivers then said, we've been asking for Spa for maybe 2 or so years. So here we are. The time has come to race outside of the States and go Truck Night in America action in NR Night in America. William Schmidt, one of the drivers, a big advocate for this track, big advocate for something different. And that's the thing about community events. It's always different. You can have it on a short track with a ARCA Gen 4 or a Gen 4 stock car, maybe a super late model. And then we can head over to a different part of the world and let these boys rip and roll. James Thurston on the racing surface in that number 17. And you're already seeing some guys still clump together, not backing off to get their time. Spa is known for multiple things, not just its 20 turns, but through 3, 4, and 5. Eau Rouge, the twisted turns, one of the most notable parts of the racing surface, where it gets fast and in a hurry. The question is, once we go green flag racing for the first time, how will these drivers take that might? Hold on when things get bold. Mosteller, first driver through Eau Rouge. Under that time, and you already see air getting underneath that truck when running uphill. It's a roller coaster. 3, 4, 5. You get down to 6. Down the Kemmel Straight. Already trucks out in front of him, so he's going to be able to use the slipstream just a little bit to get some type of move and aggression to hopefully put down the fastest time. Alex Anderson, he's back in NR Night in America, his number 67 Toyota. There's trucks all around him as everyone looks for not just a fast time, but a time to win here tonight. Saw Jeffrey Bender rolling on through. But notable names that you all know: Michael Mitchell, Jason Beckman, Chase Schaefer rolling around in that number 99. All lined up, all getting ready to go green flag racing tonight. In just 6 minutes time, we'll set your field and go green from Spa. Ethan Nelson, some drivers making their first start in NR Night in America. I'm surprised we haven't seen as many road course ringers. It's really just notable names. And if you are going to enjoy tonight, we want to say thank you so much for coming on in. Feel free to help support by dropping a like on the stream. Just over 5 minutes remaining in this group qualifying session. William Schmidt, First driver to put down a time. So 1:21, nothing out of Mosteller just yet. Matter of fact, that's going to be a dead lap there by James Thurston. They didn't go ahead and count it just yet. Most working his way through the sweeping corners. Back to 16, 17 before the hard chicane in 18, 19, and 20. Getting around the lap traffic is going to be very tough, not just in qualifying, but in the main event. Slides the tailgate of the 87 through that final corner to post the first time in this qualifying run. Mosteller on 2:31.86. William Schmidt wants to best that if he can indeed do so. Up and down, all over. Sean Conklin, top of the board on 2:29.435. River Page, third at 2:37.03. Aidan McConaughey. For some guys, they're just going to go for that one lap and call it quits. James Thurston, no time out of him just yet. William Schmidt, now looks like he went off and over, had to go ahead and do it again. Whitney Jones there in the Red Bull Chevrolet gets to the line this time to complete his first lap. Fedor Dolchenko. Number 96, one of the Russian-born drivers, Marquez Ramos. The number 36. It's going to be sweeping. It's going to be quick. Dale Greenwood going back for another community event there in the Chevrolet. Joey Beck, Shea Schaefer in the Ford. You see Wolshak in the AT&T Chevrolet dead ahead of him. Dane Duffy and others all lined up as the clock continues to tick in qualifying. 12 drivers have posted a time. Now, if they do not set down a qualifying time, the drivers will set the field based off of iRating. As of right now, provisional leader is Sean Conklin with a 2:29.435. I don't think Mosteller went out there and gave it his all. He's in an area where he knows he's got to be smart here just to get down in time, and then you can push the envelope a little bit just so you can go ahead and get the best starting spot that the race will go ahead and hand you. River Page back there in third, Aidan McConaughey in fourth. James Thurston now just heading on out in the fifth position. Perchatsky, Max Steinmeier, Duggan, Chad Hornish. You have Josh Kenyon, Michael Mitchum back there in the 11th spot. Miles, Byram, Brinkbeer, Bender. 15 of the rest of the field have set down a time thus far. Just under 3 minutes remaining as qualifying looks to wrap up. Most second quick. 7.5 back to Sean Conklin. He may have gone quicker. At the line, a 2:31.86. Conklin still top of the board. River Page still in third. Aidan McConaughey. Fourth position. Thurston, Perchatsky, and others rolling back to the line. The 2-minute warning for qualifying. And the thing is, once this race goes on, those shadows are going to get very long. They're going to get wide, and the track's going to change a little bit. To the Kemmel Straight. And it's shown to be big places where drivers can make up time, make opportunities work. Chad Hornish and others lined up, rolling through those final corners to hopefully better a position before we go green. Just a minute 30 remaining, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just filing on in, we say hello, we say welcome. Welcome to Belgium as NASCAR Night in America takes on yet another community event. We actually found out a couple hours ago that Formula One is racing in Belgium this weekend. Under a minute remaining. Jeffrey Bender, Will Shack, Alex Anderson, Fonseca down into the pits. Joey Beck, no time out of him. We'll have to go off of iRating. Final 30 seconds. Conklin still quick time. River Page a second and a half back. These are some of these guys that have been able to figure it out. We actually extended practice for these guys to get a better opportunity to understand the truck. So far, it has seemed to be a delight. The RRN dropping the $10 super chat. Very grateful for that. Eric W. dropping a gifted membership. Want to say thank you to those two for supporting the stream here tonight, and I hope you all enjoy tonight's broadcast. Once again, if you're already enjoying the night, you're already enjoying your time, feel free to drop a like on the stream as we get ready to go green. Less than 3.5 minutes for drivers to complete that final lap. If you're wondering why it hit 0 and it went to that, it's just the clock so guys can get back around. And once your final lap is complete, it is over. Right now, Mosteller now trends top of the board at 229.175. He won a community event back there in April for the Myrtle Beach 400. Alex Anderson, last driver so far to put down a time at 2:36.9. Wolszak and others slotting in. Sean Conklin's in. River Page in the third position, using the draft there from Thurston. This will be the last shot these guys have. He's trending in the green. 4/10 quicker in that sector. Thurston in the grass. Goes off. River Page will not better his time. He'll bail out. Max Steinmeier, Sean Rowe, Michael Mitchum, Dale Greenwood, Aiden Walker, no time out of him just yet, but out of all the guys that have yet to set down a valid lap time, he may be the highest off of just iRating. Him and Chase Schaefer have both dipped the tires over the rumble strips and into the grass at least once during their stint. Less than 2 minutes remaining. So the question goes to you. Who wins Spa? Is it an underdog? Is it a driver we have yet to talk about? Is it someone you always see win on Tuesdays, Fridays, and in e-ticket events? Or maybe someone you know that's just flying under the radar. Page, Moss, Stellar, and Conklin. Drivers you want to think about because they're sitting 1, 2, 3, 1 minute remaining for everyone to get back to the line. And for Aiden Walker, that's going to be his time. Your field has been set for the 2.4 hours of Spa. Welcome to Belgium to all the viewers around the world. For the ones watching NR Night in America live on YouTube, for the ones who may be thinking, man, I don't think we've ever gone here before. You're correct, because it will be the first time we take the green flag, drop through the hairpin and run downhill, then up through all the twists and turns of Belgium. Spa has been an amazing track in the past. We've never done it before. Eau Rouge, a portion of this racetrack that so many are worried about. Some thinking about pulling out of the throttle, saving from a run. Others look at the Kemmel Straight as an opportunity to make up time. That first lap will be edge of your seat, and then you lock in for 2.4 hours. Chevy, Ford, Chevrolet, Fast 4. You got Ford, Toyota with a Chevy in the Elite 8. You put a Ford back there in 9th with a bow tie in 10th. And then it's just a mirage of Chevrolets from 11th through 13th. Michael Mitchum 14th, Dale Greenwood 15th. And they'll take to the grid as we prepare for the green. it will be the green flag this time by. 36 trucks line up in Belgium. As they get ready to go green, the RRN says it's my birthday, and it's a great way to celebrate. Let's go racing. Want to say thank you for the 10 and thank you for the 20. We hope tonight's broadcast meets your expectations. I wouldn't be surprised if this is going to be dominated by veterans. This is looking like a race that it's really going to be tough on others to hold on to. It's going to be tough to stay consistent, but this is what you all have been waiting for. Another race outside of the U.S. We've gone to Italy multiple times before. We've gone there and seen amazing races. But what does tonight have to offer, you may ask? Overlays. Oh, it says 240. But it may have a little bit of coating there on the side. I'd say ignore that. Let's get ready to go green. Thurston Schmidt. Lined up. As we get ready to roll. And they will be rolling on green. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and say those magical words. God, speed, drivers. You are go for throttle up. Rolling their way through 17, 18, before 19 and 20. We go green this time by. 2 hours, 40 minutes. Put it on the clock. And expect things to get bold. That pace car will make the hard ride onto pit road. And for the first time ever, we're getting ready to go green. Let the 2.4 hours of Spa commence as we get ready to light the fuse all the way out in Belgium. Oh, hold on. They're not starting them actually on the start-finish line. They're going to start them down into turn 1, so let's try it again. Conklin, Mosteller, Page, and McConaughey. With 36 trucks deep, Chevy, Ford, Toyota, get ready to light the fuse from Belgium. Uphill, 1, 2, 3, Conklin slams the door shut on Mosteller. Down the Kimmel Straight. Races for 7, 8, and 9. Conklin leads, McConaughey third. Mostly a clean start through all the trucks as they wind through the hillside and up and down through Spa. Beckman rolls into the kitty litter. And we'll lose multiple spots as that. There's Aiden Walker there in the 24th position. Alex Anderson, Will Shack, Micah Curtis. Anderson, four-wheel drift and save it. Conklin's got the lead by about 3 truck lengths over that Chevrolet Mosteller. McConaughey has William Schmidt in the Toyota. Ready to bite. Through 12, looking for turn 13. 1 lap, you're looking at nearly 2.5 minutes. Now, strategy at some point during this race will become a factor. It always does. The real question will be, what happens next? Will someone fall into an error, an issue for 2.5 hours over that, should we say? You have to be focused, you have to be tough, and we're going to be talking to drivers throughout this race to make sure we know exactly what they're all thinking. In The early portions, should we say just within the 2 minutes or so of this race, it's 4 that leaves Chevrolet and Toyota. Conklin through the chicane, 19 and 20. Will come off the final corner to lead the first lap. Mosteller P2, William Schmidt P4, River Page already up the 5th. Moving through the field, Chase Schaefer. I wouldn't be surprised if he's already made up the most spots, 10 should we say, on just the opening lap. From 26 to 16. Dale Greenwood in 17th drops back. He's been really stuck in this area, has not been able to climb over 15. Look at the move. Through a Rouge. And into the Kimmel Straight. Watch how Chase Schaefer can make up time to that of Matthew Miles. Puts his 4 down to the inside. Throws the contest for position. But Miles is thinking about a late break. And tries to set up for the next corner. Schaefer advantage. Off the exit of the twisted turns and puts himself into 15th. Conklin ahead by 8 tenths. McConaughey into 3rd. William Schmidt now back to the 4th position. And we knew McConaughey at some point was going to go up there and nab that 3rd spot. Schmidt was battling tough the first lap. When McConaughey put his hat in the ring, it looked to be all over. There's River Page in the 5th position. Now, if you're wondering why in the top left of your screen that ticker says 336 AININA.D, well, pretty simple. That's coding for laps, or should we say time remaining for our overlay ticker. We had to fix that one point, but we head out here to Spa, it is not. But on the left side, you do see the time left in this race. It's 2 minutes, 2 hours, should we say, 35 minutes, and just 45 seconds left. Sean Conklin has said checkmate. Works his way down through 17 and 18. Before getting ready to navigate the chicane. And this race is going to really come down to strategy. The longest pit straight we have ever had at NR Night in America will be on display tonight. And you may be saying, well, why is that? Well, pretty simple. The straight for the pit goes all the way through when you cross the start-finish line. Or should we say the finish line, because the start line is on the other side. And then you got to go through this hairpin, through turn 1 and downhill into a Rouge. And then twist through 2, 3. And you're looking at a long, long time in the pits. Conklin in 2nd. River Page, James Thurston, Max Steinmeier. Look at how much Mac has to turn the wheel, hand over fist. Thurston to the outside of Page. Contest for position. And they get up to 170 at the end of the Kimmel Straight. Thought Page maybe was going to go out there and contest a little bit more, but says there's hours on the clock, shouldn't worry about that. Put James Thurston now in the 5th position. Schmidt back the 4th, Conklin pulling away deeply. Now tire saving is going to be huge in this race because you never know when you're going to get a caution. We could get a caution in the next 2 minutes. We couldn't get a caution possibly for the next hour. We may go caution free. You just do not know, and that's what has drivers scratching their heads on what to do. Usually when they get a contest for position, they lay off, they back off, and let the driver take a hold, because it's almost an old form of thinking in stock car racing without there being stages. That guy's faster than me, I'm going to let him go. I'm going to get him later in this race. There's no point in fighting him tooth and nail just for an opportunity for us to get wrecked. Joey back. Knocks on the tailgate there of Jeff Perchatsky. Perchatsky sitting in 9th, Joey Beck sitting in 10th. Soon we'll go back to what's going on with the Aiden Walker machine. as he has now worked his way up to 17th. Remember, Schaefer has already made up the most spots in this race. Here's now Walker to the inside of Miles. Started, well, should we say as low as 27th, currently in the 19th position. Down the twists and turns before meeting the chicane. He can lock in Matthew Miles pretty easily right here. Matthew Miles is struggling on the entry of the braking points and then struggling on the exit as well. He just can't get the truck to lock up. Matter of fact, he may have just spun and locked up the left front. Here comes Walker to the inside on 20. Peaks again. Goes top side of the Toyota. Made a quick contest for the hairpin, but overshoots it. Walker to 16, Schaefer to 14th, finds his way around Duggan. That's Josh Kenyon right in front of him. Downhill, 155 miles per hour. Through a Rouge. Kenyon almost got the right sides way over the rumble strips. In the draft of Chad Hornish there in the 7 truck. And already the tire fall off looks pretty substantial. We talked about a 2.9. That's what these guys are in qualifying. Most of them on the last lap are now in a 2.31 or at most a high 2.30. Sean Conklin still running the fastest laps of the race. Couple trucks already out. Jason Beckman, Yaroslav Donskoy, Micah Curtis, there's Wolshak. Back in 28th. Marquez Ramos. Mose. 2 seconds back to Sean Conklin. Schmidt in 4th, Thurston in 5th. He's closing, but not to the point where he'll be on the tail of the Toyota before possibly the end of this run. 10 minutes already up, 10 minutes already down. Here in the 2.4 hours of Spa, let's talk strategy. They've completed 4 laps so far in this race. 3 laps, should we say, on the 4th lap. And already within the next 20 minutes or so, drivers are already speculating if they have to come to pit road. You see Moses mostly stop the bleeding on entry. It's exit where Conklin continues to beat him. That's now nearly 2 seconds, should we say now over 2 seconds from the 1st and 2nd positions. Conklin downhill. Aaron is forward. Chevrolet Mosteller way out in front. There's McConaughey. Race in the 2.4 hours of Daytona in the truck class. "36 entries, 3 couldn't make it past the first lap." That's why we have 33 on the left side ticker. 36 entries, 3 couldn't make it through. Sean Rowe, Jeff Perchaski, Joey Beck, Michael Mitchum, Chad Hornish, Chase Schaefer, they're all coming into view. Here comes Josh Kenyon. Schaefer, biggest mover thus far. Once again, he found his way now around Josh Kenyon. Looks to set eyes there on Chad Hornish. Once again, if he would just have that good qualifying run, he wouldn't be in this position, making up a substantial amount of time. Look at that. From starting 26 to now working the 12th position. Oh, turning Chad Hornish into the kitty litter. Didn't get stuck in the sand trap, will stay green. But for Chase Schaefer will not be a popular move. And I don't think Chad Hornish is going to forget that. Matter of fact, he's in the tires. They try to gas it up with all that sand on him. And heavy damage now. Did that on the number 7. Alex Anderson in the Toyota. Finds his way around. Hornish now wanting to just limp it back the pit road. He may have time to fix this thing up. I don't think he's out of the woodwork. But at the same time, if you can get a caution soon and put it on pit road, with how long these laps are, he may be bailed out. But that one incident alone is not going to warrant a yellow. There's McConaughey, there's Schmidt, there's Thurston, there's River Page. Here's Steinmeier with Sean Rowe. Rowe to the inside, Steinmeier switching. Sean Rowe now up to the 7th position. Mitchum, Joey back. These two have already caught each other multiple times in this race. And ready to catch each other once again. Most is losing time, big time now. Beck goes wide, Mitchum to the inside, and it may be the easiest overtake for the 38 all race. Didn't even have to change up his marks, just snuck through the bottom and runs through a rouge. You can already hear it. They're not throwing as much speed through a rouge and back uphill. Hand over fist, just trying to keep it thrown in the right way. Will Shack, 27th. You see the damage on the AT&T, 31. Chad Hornish, he's on pit road. Jeffrey Bender, Riker Byram. Hunter Brinkmere. Mosteller is making up the gap to Sean Conklin. Not worried about that. Conklin put down a lot of throttle to open that gap up to the 87. What a lot of these guys did was just lay off a little bit and think about strategy. Yes, Conklin, the most laps led in this race. The real question will be who can navigate through 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. As they've all run single file downhill through the carousel. And that deck looks to be shuffled soon. River Page, James Thurston, those two have already had their swaps for position. They look to be swapping again soon. Thurston in the sand, Page watching, waiting. Mosteller, last time by before they complete this lap, was just a 10th quicker than that of Sean Conklin. McConaughey. Look to the bottom, here comes William Schmidt. Chevy, Toyota. You feel for Chad Hornish, and that's one of the big things why a lot of these guys, when they saw the contest, they just let things run. They didn't want to go out there and start fighting. McConaughey is under pressure. This will be for the 3rd position. William Schmidt is there. James Thurston's on the scene. Chevy, Toyota, Ford, put another blue oval, and River Page latching on as 4 in straight to the hairpin. Most a 2nd and change. Through Rouge. Makes up time to Sean Conklin. 8 seconds back. 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Thurston, the momentum. Lost the speed when he had to grab a gear. Schmidt to the inside, McConaughey to the outside. Off the Camel straight. Schmidt wide. James Thurston, the 4th spot. That's a bold move. He made it work. Downhill through the carousel. Still 4 trucks under a blanket, but McConaughey now has a 2.5 truck length lead over the 17 of James Thurston. The battle's back for the 5th position. Page to the inside, Schmidt. Couldn't make the move for Page up the 5th. Nearly 20 minutes already completed in this race. For the ones just filing on in, we say hello, we say welcome. If you have not heard the news recently, I think it's time to go ahead and say it here. I will be calling the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race at Milwaukee, August 25th, over the PA. So all in-house, no radio, no TV, but you will hear my voice as the trucks take reign in Wisconsin once again for the second time, should we say back-to-back, as they did go in 2023. Excited for it. It's going to be a lot of fun for the ones already going out to Milwaukee. Get ready, because this voice you're hearing right now, you'll hear letting it loose as the trucks barrel down into turn one. Once again, that will be August 25th at Milwaukee Mile. First National Tour gig. If you don't consider ARCA National Tour, some consider it, some don't. And also, if you don't consider ASA, first Big Three. How about that? The first Big Three gig I have been awarded. And I'm very grateful for it indeed, but I'm also grateful for this great racing. McConaughey, yes, 9 seconds back, and has multiple trucks breathing down his neck. Mosteller didn't just stop the bleeding to Sean Conklin. He has nursed the truck into an 8/10 gap, with Conklin at one point being up to 2.5 seconds. Ford Chevrolet will watch it in view. You'll then see McConaughey and Thurston quickly coming through the Kimmel Straight, with River Page and William Schmidt just watching from behind. Schaefer, he's back there in 11th. Michael Mitchum all over Prochatsky. The twist. Prochatsky, the number 2, trying to make a name for himself, and that's what community events are for. Make the name here so you can get the opportunity for an e-ticket event, including a big e-ticket event that's coming up, the NWP 400. For a lot of these guys that are going to fight through the full race, even if they're multiple laps down, will be considered for the NWP 400, just because we know they can sit through the turmoil and they will have one objective at the end of the night: make it to the checkered flag. Here's Schaefer. There's Joey back. Aiden Walker has been making up time from the start of this race. Not really as much as the Schaefer machine. You can see how much wear, how much push they're putting on these trucks when the marbles, the rubber, starts bleeding off the wheels. You saw it there from Joey Beck when they worked his way through the carousel. Now Aiden Walker will look to the inside for the 12th position. Lucas Davila. Saw Beck lose a spot, says maybe he wants to lose too. Battle for the race lead. Mosteller to the outside, locks it up through the chicane of 19 and 20. Now, we were keeping an eye there on the ticker. We knew the time was coming. The 87 just has that straight line speed, but I wonder what he destroyed with the tires. A big lockup. Did he flat spot him? Off the hairpin, rolling downhill. Conklin on the lap pedal. Let's watch a replay. Oh man, he just got down into the grass. See it again, watch how these two just barreled in. Conklin's thinking about one thing right here. Let's defend, let's keep the truck behind. Mosteller. Oh, just caught the grass to the inside, jumps to the outside, and was hoping that was going to be asphalt. All that time he made up has been lost, but it's already starting to close it back together. Here's the battle for third. Page to the inside. McConaughey goes wide back to 6th. Thurston versus Page. Ford on Ford into the heavy braking zone. Oh, he's got it moving on the bottom, but Thurston should have the advantage. Page outside, throws the tailgate on the nose to lock in the 3rd position. Smart Once again, he allowed James Thurston to get out there early, go ahead and tear the tires up. River Page, big comeback move. He's already back up to the 3rd spot. This is where, if I'm not mistaken, he started in the race. He dropped back to 6th when everyone was full of energy. Some thought it was going to be a track position race. That has clearly not been the case. You see it already, Mosteller. That run from 18 to 19, that shoot, that stretch is where he is the best on this track. And if it comes down to the final lap of the final corner, he may just have the advantage if he's sitting behind the 8 ball. 8/10 the difference between the top 2. Page there in 3rd. He went off and now will be forced into a slowdown. James Thurston going off as well. I don't see any damage on the Fords, but definitely a lot of time lost to the 2 machines behind it. Look, they both just overshot it. Tires, tires, tires. It means something. Means more than what some may have thought. Yes, nearly 15 seconds separating 2nd to that of 3rd place. The top 2 are down within 8/10 of each other. Thurston wide into the grass. Aiden McConaughey. Watching, waiting, wondering if he can sneak through the 24. I think it's going to be tough. I think Page has played his cards better than anyone else. And you got to give it to Sean Conklin. Losing 2 seconds is tough. Usually when you lose that within a couple of laps, you're destined to lose the spot. If that was the advantage you had over the driver contesting the position, but here he is still holding on, now back to 8/10. Nearly 30 minutes into the books. Mitchum in 10th, Schaefer in 9th, Rowan 7th. I'm still keeping an eye on Chase Schaefer because if that caution comes out, which, let's be honest, is possible, with how everyone is kind of just jumped together here, it would be an advantage like no other. There's Max Steinmeier on the 23, sitting in 8th. Sean Rose sitting in 7th. And still 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. I think they've lost this much time because they've had to fight each other. Here's Thurston, wanted to at least get one of those spots back. Gets it, Schmidt. Contests on the outside. Late lunge to the chicane. Slides the rear end of the Toyota. William Schmidt back to the 5th place spot. Thurston wants it back. He will be toe-to-toe to the hairpin. Schmidt the 5th. Should I say Schmidt the 6th. Thurston the 5th. McConaughey holding on to the 4th place spot. 7/10 the difference between the top 2. McConaughey has James all over him. Thurston nearly into the guardrail. He's using all the racetrack, and that's just the American style of road course racing. Multiple times these drivers going to have their lap times deleted or given a 5-second time penalty for going well over the track limits. But if iRacing deems it too far, they will get a slowdown penalty. If they don't answer it, well, then they get a drive-through penalty. So far, there hasn't been any of that. But always the American stock car drivers love finding that limit, even if it means going over the intended racing line. And you know what? It's legal until they completely overstep. Six tenths the difference. Sean Conklin has led most of this 2.4 but without a little help in the mirror. Mosteller has been chasing that tailpin for the last 25 minutes. Page 16 seconds back. Sitting, waiting, and wondering what's going to happen. Here's the lap machine of Will Shad. And Chad Hornish, who is still on the racing surface. I don't say he's a lap down. That's him in 25th. And here's Sean Conklin. So Hornish right now is hoping for one thing, a caution. Because once he gets that caution, everything changes up. This is where Most is the best. Down into turn 19. Conklin in the 54. Now half a second ahead, maybe about 2 or 3 truck lengths. Here's River Page in the chicane. McConaughey gives him a peek. Thurston there in 5th. Schmidt there in 6th. Sean Rowe back to 7th. Conklin, fantastic on entry. Mosteller almost lost a little coming over the hump. Past the Rouge. Into the Kimmel Straight. Half a second with a lap trunk ahead. That's Chad Hornish. Schaefer in 9th. Keeping on him, he's closing in on Max Steinmeier. .28 the difference. 3/10 the difference. Most peaking wide back downhill. That's not going to happen on that end of the speedway. William Schmidt back in 6th, has company. Sean Rowe lunges to the outside of his Ford to take the 6th position. Thurston McConaughey, River Page, still 3 trucks under a bubble. .3 back. It's not a matter of if anymore, it's when. Mosteller will sneak through Sean Conklin. 30 minutes on and off the board. And that Chevrolet still trying to hold strong. Conklin just trying to stay above water at this point. They got a massive lead over River Page. The next question will be, when will pit stops become a thing? They're starting to form into that bubble. They've really pushed the envelope. That 54, that 87. They really haven't lost speed. Into the chicane. Nose to tailgate. And now Sean Conklin on turn 20 continues his reign from Spa. McConaughey as Thurston. Rowe found his way through Schmidt. Schmidt will have Chase Schaefer. What a night for Schaefer thus far. Started 26 in this race, is already up to 8th, and he's going to start crowding the rear end of the 79. That's the Toyota of William Schmidt. Oh, he may have tagged him. No, he didn't. Schmidt's coming to pit road. Wow. Where Mosteller makes up all this time. Half a second back. Yeah, Rouge to the Kimmel Straight. Well, that 87 really does best the 54. Everywhere else, they're almost about even. Here's McConaughey with James Thurston. So many drivers running around this track. So many still fighting for position. Here's Matthew Miles that just reaches turn 1 as the leaders fight off the Kimmel Straight. Fedor, Donchenko. Back there in 18th, Riker Byram, Marquez Ramos. And you got to give it to a lot of these guys that are fighting back there, just doing what they can. Here's Dale Greenwood, William Schmidt in 19th. Left side's just coming up on the machine. It's such a long pit straight. it's an easy place to make up time and even lose time. Just because of how long it is, you have to be very sensitive to not overstep. Frank Mayer, Michael Mitchum, what happened here? Mitchum, did he have an incident on the racing surface? Watch here. Jumps to the inside. More trucks looking for a move. Oh, into a Rouge, got into the 2. And slammed the outside wall. The thing is, if he would have sat there, they may have gotten a caution for it, but that will not be the case. Mosteller, Sean Conklin, Aidan McConaughey, River Page. More locking up in front of him. He's sneaking up and down. Looks back to the inside. Greenwood 23rd, Charles Root 22nd. There's Jeffrey Bender, a lot of damage on his machine. And William Schmidt in the 20th spot, but once again on fresh tires. McConaughey, William Schmidt, no, check that. River Page, James Thurston. Fight to a Rouge. Thurston into the tailgate. Now looks 3 wide. Bails out to the Kimmel Straight. Chevy, Ford. McConaughey holds on. Page back to 4th. Schaefer into 6th. Belgium's already put on one heck of a show. Link out of Max Steinmeier. That was back half. Here's Conklin with company. Mosteller all over the tailgate of the Ford. Hey, he's got the speed, he's got the truck. But Conklin's just been so good at defending in this race. Here he comes. To the tailgate. Up near the white line. Mosteller late lunge. Conklin on the brakes. He's going to have the advantage to a Rouge. This will be the battle for the lead. Most to the inside. Runs wide to get the momentum swing. Conklin is so good on entry to a Rouge. Mosteller may have to worry about Kimmel. Less than half a truck length. Most to the inside. Drag race down the Kimmel Straight for the race lead in the 2.4 hours of Spa. Conklin late breaks. Mosteller bails out. What an advantage will happen here at the 87. Man, he didn't contest it at all. Miles Duggan. Should we say Brandon Duggan, Matthew Miles. Going toe-to-toe with each other. Dolchenko back there in 14th. Joey Beck's on pit road. Josh Kenyon's on pit road. Riker Byram's on pit road. Aiden Walker's on pit road. Max Steinmeier is in. Sean Rowe is in. Money stop time from Spa. He backed up 2 seconds. I'm really surprised about that one. He was all over him. He could have gone for the position, but elected not to. Kind of has everyone scratching their head. Here's Page, here's Thurston, the battle for third. And that would have been sweet too. If he would have been able to make up that time. He's still making up the time now. Wouldn't be surprised if the top 4 comes to pit road this time with Chase Schaefer joining in as well. And most likely it will give Davila the race lead. Maybe saying, oh, he's 30 seconds back, 30-something plus seconds back to Sean Conklin. How could that be? You spend an immense amount of time just getting to your stall when running down pit road. It's almost like at Indianapolis. If you got the first stall on the oval, and all of a sudden your guy comes in, and then you're like, okay, put the helmet on, put the gloves on, get the tire. That's how it was when I was watching Tyler Reddick's pit crew. They're waiting there, They saw Reddick that died to pit road. Then they got all their stuff ready to go. It's almost like how it is here at Spa. Once your driver makes his way down the straight to make a run for the box, then you start getting very antsy. Guess what? Top 4 don't come in. Chase Schaefer, no surprise here. Forced to come in. All that time he made up. Most definitely nuked the tires. Wonder how the tires are now on that 87. They have to be blistering. "23 seconds. Dolchenko to 10th. Josh Kenyon back there in 20th. Here's Joey back. Here's Sean Rowe. They just came out of pit road. Max Stammer, Sean Rowe, Aiden Walker. We've had a couple incidents in this race, but nothing really worn a yellow. Walker has Brinkmere in front of him. Will be forced to slow down. Take that spot with very little issues. Dolchenko is in. Nope, check that. Dolchenko got past because he is on pit road, correct. Dolchenko is in. Davila is in. Mosteller and Conklin still on the racing surface, as well as River Page and James Thurston. I think they're going to want to try to do this in one more stop. That's what they're thinking has to be here. Because they've stayed out for an immense amount of time. This is 40 minutes on this race. There's no way you can do it in one more stop. You're going to have to do at least 2 more stops if we stay green. If a caution comes out, then throw the playbook out because it's going to change up quickly. I would expect everyone to have to make their way down into the pits. McConaughey, William Schmidt, 6th and 7th. Marquez Ramos up to 8th. There's Chase Schaefer. Once again, he made his way to the pits. Only dropping him back to 9th, but around Aiden Walker, around Max Steinmeier, around Hunter Brinkmere, Jeff Perchatsky. Perchatsky had a little run-in with some guys. Pit road, it's open for your race leaders. Sean Conklin is in. Mosteller is in. River Page with James Thurston. Do they elect to go one more lap, or do they bring it to the pits? Both Fords will dial it in. Top 4 on pit road. Matthew Miles has an opportunity to do something big. Once again, William Schmidt came to pit road. Look where he is, 52 seconds back. I think you'll have a shot to possibly close in on Conklin and Most. Because of the undercut, I wouldn't be surprised if you could possibly contest for the lead. Because they're now just going to get to their... No, they're not even in their stall yet. And Schmidt is now 40 seconds back. Then these drivers have to do 4 tires, a tank of fuel. You're looking at 12 to 15 seconds added onto that. And then you got to get through a Rouge, through the boxes, through the cones, the blue cones, before you can get up the full saw down the Kimmel Straight. There's Conklin. There's Page. There's Thurston. Here's Matthew Miles, who will stay out to take the race lead. McConaughey and Schmidt Crowd on their feet. This could be a provisional battle for the lead. Mosteller is out. Sean Conklin is way out. Miles will not take the race lead. Mosteller will not have to contest for the second spot. He had to tiptoe through into the boxes, and Sean Conklin just put the loud pedal down. McConaughey to fourth. Schmidt to fifth. River Page. Coming on out, there's Aiden Walker, William Schmidt, James Thurston, Max Steinmeier, your top 10. This is Racing in Spa. Conklin, race leader. Well, we now know that the 54 comes into pit road. He's definitely the quickest in and out of his stalls, and now he's got the fresh rubber. He'll easily pull away from that of the Mosteller machine, but on fresher tires, Conklin is quicker. On weathered tires, on worn, abrasive rubber, Mosteller clearly has the advantage. Matter of fact, even when he caught Sean Conklin, he made up what could have been equivalent to about 6 or 7 seconds. Keep that in mind. McConaughey back to 16 seconds back. He has William Schmidt just in his mirror. That will be the battle for the 4th and 5th position if they elect to shuffle the deck. Schaefer, Walker, River, Page. Here's Page in 8th. Walker in 7th. Man, Page is all over the tailgate of the Chevrolet. Walker advantage. Page P8. Mosteller, is he gaining? Not really. He's still under 5 seconds. Nearly breaking even with Sean Conklin. River Page to pit road. Oh, I think he has a drive-through penalty. And that's exactly what it is. Page drive-through penalty. Sean Conklin, 5 seconds the advantage. Joey back. What happened to him? Looking, seeing, wondering what may have been at fault, and nothing to hear from on that. Hunter Brinkmare. Another driver out of the race. See if there may be an issue. No, it looked to really just be on his own. Less than 2 hours remaining in the 2.4. Seven seconds, nearly the advantage there for Sean Conklin. McConaughey, William Schmidt, Chase Schaefer, Aiden Walker, James Thurston. Thurston 7th, Steinmeier 8th. Danville 9th, Perchatsky in 10th. Kenyon, Duggan, Riker, Byram, River Page. Now just coming off a pit road. All the way back in 14th. That's Domchenko. Now dead ahead of him. Riker, Byram, Duggan. Less than 2 hours remaining in the race. Danville in 9th, Max Steinmeier in 8th. Let's start talking to drivers. This is sometimes the most fun part of these endurance races, hearing what others have to say, how the truck is driving, and if they have to possibly make any adjustments. I don't know if that's going to be one of the big talking points out of them just yet. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes up as a possibility. Let's talk the most. Demos is a John. You got a copy?
Holy cow.
I thought you wrecked. Well, I know you're fighting and you're trying to get that spot that's ahead of you, but how's the truck?
Feels fine. I felt like I was longer than Conklin on the long run there, but couldn't get around him, and then I made a couple of mistakes. And I got side by side with him going up over Radion, and oh my gosh, I got to slow down because I mistimed my move and I cut the track, so I had to serve that. And then on pit road, I don't know what happened. He just gapped me by so much. I don't know if it was just a pit stop or if I did a bad job leaving pit road or getting onto it. I don't know.
Well,
still got like 2 hours to go, so it's not over.
Time may still be on your let's rephrase that. Time may still be on your side, so we'll keep an eye on it. Sean Rowe, and we just lost him. How about again? Sean Rowe, so John, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you got a huge advantage. At one point, Moss Stellar was all over you. How's the truck feeling, and are you enjoying this event?
I hate to break this to you, but I think you got the wrong Sean.
What do you mean?
This is Sean Rowe.
Excuse me, this is Sean Rowe. Let's go ahead and try that again. Now there's Sean Conklin. Conklin, it's a John, you got a copy.
That actually scared me.
And you know what? I think I'm onto something. Scaring the top two. How about it? You have a masterful lead right now, and at one point you were contested for it for what felt like the entire second half of the first run. But here you are, nearly 7 seconds ahead. What was that big difference coming in and out of pit road?
I really pushed the limit on pit road because this is a very weird pit road, so you can do a lot of interesting stuff around the sharp bends. I tried to just keep my speed up as much as possible, and I guess that gained me some time. And I practiced pit exit a couple times, so that also helped me. But yeah, that first run I absolutely killed my tires. So this run I'm going to try to be more easy on them.
Did you expect the tire to be that heavy?
Well, it's a truck. I knew it was going to be like pretty decent wear, but I didn't think it'd be that bad. So definitely going to have to go easier on this run to save the tires because I was cooked after lap 5 on that first run.
Whoa. You got a nice advantage over there. Mosteller's been able to creep in just a little bit. A Rouge is interesting because you were so much quicker on entry, but then he was so much quicker off exit. Did you make any adjustments on that end of the speedway?
Not really. I can't really find what he's doing to get a run off it. But like, it kind of evens out because I'll gain 2/10 on entry and he'll gain 2/10 on exit. So it kind of evens out. I don't really need to go off my line and try to find something new right now. So just doing what I know and trying to take it a little more easy.
Oh, very interesting indeed. Let's see what you can do for the rest of this race. Good luck.
Thank you.
William Schmitz and John, you got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
You were one of the first drivers to pit. You've now jumped back to the 4th position. What's the strategy looking like here?
There is no strategy. I'm just doing something different because I figured if I'm going to stay on the same strategy as everyone else, there's no way I'm going to outdrive them. So I just wanted to try something different. It's not really working, but yeah, we'll see.
Well, that's very interesting. You found your way around Schaefer, Thurston as well with that pit strategy. How many times do you think you have to pit again if we go green?
Honestly, I don't know. I would probably have to guess how far we is. About like an hour. I don't know. So maybe like another 2-3 times maybe. But yeah, just trying something different. Hoping that it works. Can't guarantee it will, but it doesn't hurt to try something different.
Nearly a full hour already into this race. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Continuing the line of asking drivers to see what they've got, if that of anything. Let's see what Perchatsky's got to say. Perchatsky's and John, you got a copy. Perchatsky's and John, you got a copy. And it seems like Jeff Perchatsky is completely locked in. You can see him currently going around the racetrack, that number 2 machine. Oh, Jumpman Max Steinmeier. Max and John, you got a copy.
What's up? How you doing?
You've been kind of all over the place, but really mitigated inside the top 10. Love the Jordan truck. We got one off in front of you.
Yep, there is one in front of me. It's kind
Little Shack.
Kind of hard to yap and drive at this track, but
It really is. Everyone seems to be just laser focused. The test between man versus machine, and we haven't had a caution. Now, let's say we don't get a caution. Is the strategy you're on right now a possibility of doing one less than Conklin, or maybe one more than Conklin? Do you think you have a shot for those guys up there? Or is it going to be, oh man, we need to have to rack it back up and head through a Rouge and hope and pray we make it work?
Well, if I don't get spun out by Dale because I missed the corner.
Yeah, Greenwood's right there. I think I just took you off your focus. Should I need a lead?
It's all good though, but I just don't think I had a shot anyway regardless. I'm just trying to make all the laps.
Now, for a lot of these guys, when we do these endurance races, it's about finishing.
Yep, that's all it is. Got enough time to other people to mess up as long as you don't.
That's very interesting. And let's see, you're still in 9th. Greenwood is at least one lap down.
He's in 23rd.
You got a lot of racing still left to go, so we're gonna let you go. We're gonna keep the good times rolling. How about that? Good luck.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
And that would be Max Steinmeier. Looking, wondering who else we could possibly bring in here. How about Aiden Walker? Walker would be another interesting one to talk with. Walker, so John, you got a copy?
Oh, yeah.
Well, this race, I wouldn't say it's played into your hand, but you got to start all the way back to, what was it, 27th?
Well, I actually decided to just do a last one challenge. I don't know if I'm going to be actually able to do the full race because I tried to leave later on to help with some stuff, so yeah, so far it's been pretty good. Getting a lot of position during the pit stops, so.
Well, that's the first challenge. Is pretty interesting. You and Chase Schaefer have made your way through this pack. How tough was that?
Not too tough. It's just more just not getting involved in too much carnage, just trying to
Well, we didn't see too
keep
much
everything
carnage.
clean.
We
so.
did see incidents, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's probably been a few incidents that you missed, but they weren't big incidents. It was just people missing corners and all that. So, overall, it's been a really good race for both me and Schaffer. Even though we're not in the same DC, it's just been a really good race because we both made it up to the front. So, hopefully we can try getting a top 5 out of this if I finish this, of course, because I have a race tomorrow.
Where are you racing?
Speedway, if you live anywhere near that area.
Where is
So
it?
you can go watch. It's right in Wise, Virginia.
Really?
So yeah.
Oh, that's the only asphalt track in Virginia. Or not Virginia. No, I'm thinking West Virginia.
No.
I was thinking West Virginia. Where is it in Virginia?
You're thinking of Belknap, I think.
Yeah.
Like,
So wow,
the track's owned by people that own Motor Mile Speedway, actually. So
Really?
it's a really good place to race at. They also have a go-kart track somehow. I don't know how, but they managed to put a go-kart track outside like the front stretch grandstands. It's really cool. So
That's what we're talking about. Well, we'll let you get back to the racing. You're talking to other guys hanging out in that VC. Good luck.
thank you.
That's Aiden Walker, ladies and gentlemen, driver of the number 93. He works his way around the track. We're going to try to get into contact with as many drivers as possible before the next cycle, should we say before things get wild. Josh, it's a John, you got a copy.
What's up, John?
You were in this race. You are currently in this race. Matter of fact, you're in 13th, and you've had a lot of battles on this track. Did you expect the battles to be this much?
You know what? I did not actually. I thought this was a pretty big track, so it would be kind of spaced out, and it was for a little bit, but pit stops rolled in, and you know, it really showed that, you know, if you pit later, you will catch the guys up front very easily. You see this with River Page right in front of me, and so, yeah, this strategy is very interesting, and a lot of people do it very differently, and that kind of sets up the mind up next time.
Pit entry, pit exit, that had to be tough. A lot of these guys are talking about just taking their time through it, while others kind of just slammed on the gas and made up as much time as possible. How did you take pit entry and pit exit?
Yeah, I was pretty skeptical because I heard a lot of drivers through stuff pointing out, and right when I realized that, Riker Bauer headed behind me, but he's good. But yeah, it's very long and slow. I think about 37 miles an hour. And
Wow.
very long strip of just being in the stalls for the pit lane.
Oh, wow, that just happened live.
Yeah, I'm doing good though. I started 13th, I think. So
It's easy to make mistakes.
it is, but I feel like I'm decently fast here compared to the
straight up, should we say dogfight, between the drivers that are here.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I like this a lot. This is very fun.
Well, you have an hour and 45 minutes left in this race. Good luck.
Thanks.
That's Josh Kenyon, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we are only having one race here tonight. You saw Riker Byram. He went off a little bit towards the back half of the field. Let's hear a word from him. Byram, Mr. John, you got a copy?
Yep, gotcha.
Well, I don't know if you heard that tail end of the sentence or not, but I saw you letting that rear end fly a little bit on that 98. And you are the staple. You are the number 98 driver in NR Night in America. Here you are. You're running not really up front, but in a race like this, things change so quickly. And I know you like baseball. You like baseball, don't you?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's almost like in baseball, it could be a 0-0 game heading into the bottom of the ninth, and they just let those things fly. It's just hit after hit, and next thing you know, you're somehow going to extra innings when the score is now 3-3. Here you are.
I won my first race, so.
That is exactly how you won your first race. You've been as low as 30th. Is that where you started?
Actually, I started 20th. I decided to back out going into turn 3, I believe, just because it was so chaotic. But I've made my way up ever since I've hit it. I've gotten a lot faster lap times. I've logged in. I'm getting a lot better. It's just all over the place, really. It's fun.
Tires have been crazy for this race. A lot of guys are saying it's fun. That's the cool thing. We usually don't have races like this. This is stock cars from America in a different style of racing. You could say IMSA, you could say WEC. But yes, we've done multi-class races before, but never have we gone to Spa. Is this your first time at the track?
It actually is, yeah. Well, I did it a little bit this afternoon around 3 o'clock, but other than that, this is my first actual race at this place.
Wow. Well, little by little, looks like you're getting a little bit quicker. What have you been able to learn from this?
Just how much further I can push my braking. Up until this point, I've been braking way early. Everybody's been out braking me, but I figured out I can go quite a bit deeper than I have been going, so it's pretty fun. I enjoy it.
Well, that is what we are talking about. We're going to let you go. Good luck.
Thank you. Have fun.
That's Riker Byram, ladies and gentlemen. Always a treat to talk to. He is a community event winner. Once again, this is also a community event in NR Night in America. James Thurston, Chase Schaefer company on the racetrack as they work their way off turn 19 and 20. Will be the battle for position. Schaefer there in 5th. Once again, started towards the tail end of this field. He's worked his way up. We've been watching Moss Stellar. Soon we'll be watching the lap for lap on him. Through a Rouge. Thurston gapping Schaefer. Schaefer wanting to make time up, already showing his cards, looking to the inside off the Kemmel Straight. Not able to really bank it in the way he wants. Sneaking through the corners. Well, Thurston's better in Sector 1. Schaefer's way better on this end of the speedway. Gets into the backside of James. Peeking for a move to the bottom. Peeking for a move to the outside. Makes the lunge to the inside. Chase Schaefer to 4th. Thurston back to 5th. They did the old switch up. Moss Stellar, what about him? Let's see the lap for lap. He's been gradually in a bind. Lap 20, he was an 8.3. Lap 21, almost a full second loss. And it continued to lap 22, where he has now mostly stopped the bleeding. He may get down to a 9, I want to say, maybe a 9.3 off the end of this straightaway. No, he's actually going to lose time. No, maybe not. It almost looked like he was going to lose time to that last lap, but a 9.5. So he is gradually closing in They'll most likely do that until the next pit stop. The strategy call here for the 87 is go one lap more than Sean Conklin. If you can do that, then he is going to be in a really good position. Just because Sean is so much better on the fresh tires, if he can overcut, I think long term, 87 will be in a really good position. Schaefer now losing the spot back to James Thurston. This is still for fourth. Looking inside, Thurston. Hard on the brakes. Aiden Walker is there, and we're back to a 3-truck battle with an hour and a half remaining. Schaefer, Ford on Ford. Thought about the move, thought about the peak to the bottom. Aiden Walker still closing in. This is where the 99 is at its best. Runs downstairs. Oh, gets into the tailgate of the 17. Schaefer looked one way. Thurston thought of another. Run to the bottom. Thurston 17, Chase Schaefer 99. Schaefer outbreaks to the carousel. James is still able to stick on the tailgate. The straightaways there is really where that 17 thrives. It's the twists and turns where the 99 has the edge. Just don't know if he can hold it, if even that. Schaefer pulls away, he holds on to fourth. McConaughey there in third. Large gap back to Sean Conklin and Daniel Mosteller. Thurston, Walker, Davila, Berchatsky, there's Miles. And River Page had that drive-through penalty. Look at the cluster of machines from 10th on back. Page inside of the right-hander. Kenyon keeps the foot in it over the straight. Page, he runs so well on the bottom. Schmidt running wide. Looking to make up all those spots. Gets one, wants two, finds his way to sneak through. Kenyon in the grass, Schmidt goes wide. Schmidt's in the grass and locks in the position. Oh, sideways contact. William Schmidt, what a drive, but can he hold on to it? He does. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It was a hold your breath moment. Up and down through Rouge, oh, River Page. Had to fight the bull and will lose the spot because of it. Duggan sneaks through. Schmidt up the 10th. Riker Byram. was thinking of a move on the 24. Sean Rowe, Max Steinmeier, Marquez Ramos. 10 seconds now the difference from Austin to Conklin. Matthew Miles, there's Mose, now just coming through Rouge. Brandon Duggan all over the backside of Josh Kenyon. An hour and a half remaining. "30 seconds. The gap from first to third. It's a massive margin. We usually don't see. The fighting in the middle of the pack is still very much prominent. Canyon in 11th, Page in 12th. Duggan back to 13th. Page over Kenyon. Page goes wide, Josh inside, Page goes around. Back into the 15th position. Hour and a half remaining, and all that time he had was just lost. Byram to 12th. Josh slides the tires. That's becoming a big issue for guys, that saving mode. Byram, Duggan. All there and watching. Sean Rowe, there's River Page, Max Steinmeier. And Page had a drive-through. He had all these things going on. Had a spin in the chicane. And now with less than 10 seconds between the leader and nearly an hour and a half left in this race, you sit, wonder, and wait what the rest of this event has to offer. Byram to the bottom. Jumps back outside over the strips. Josh thought of the inside. Riker Byram in the 98. Officially, an hour and a half remaining in this race. 10 seconds the difference between the top two. Duggan, Sean Rowe, 13th and 14th. River Page back in 15th. Rowe peeks to the outside. Advantage to the sweeping corners. Duggan. We've seen where the hard braking zones really change things up. For Page, now Max Steinmeier just coming into view. There's William Schmidt back there in 10th. Josh Kenyon in 12th, Sean Rowe in 13th, Duggan in 14th. Less than an hour and a half left of this race. Attrition has taken place for most of the back half of the field. Riker Byram. Josh Kenyon riding in with Sean Rowe. Look at that, Moss Sellers not closing the gap, finally gets down to an 8. usually where he makes up the most time. That late run into the final segment before pit stops become very prominent. 9 seconds of difference. William Schmidt in 10th, Riker Byerman 11th, Josh Kenyon in 12th. John Rowe quickly found his way around the 4. Schmidt, Matthew Miles, Berchatsky, Aiden Walker, James Thurston. Whoa, Thurston into the grass. It's back on the racing surface, no issue. But already the tires have shown to be throwing a toll. There's McConaughey's on pit road. First one to bite. Next set of pit stops. Osteller happy to see this. Driver starting to already come in. Conklin to 54. Mose still well behind him. Aiden Walker back to 5th. Davila back in 6th. Berchatsky back at 7th. Matthew Miles in 8th. Laps clicking away. Time clicking away here from Spa. McConaughey coming to pit row. It's a huge move, but that undercut, not sure how I feel about it. Not sure how maybe others would feel about it. Unfortunately, he's not in a call for us to go in and hear what he would have to say. Let's talk to Conklin again. Conklin to John.
I'm tired.
You are tired, but pit stops have got to be coming up. How are you feeling? Besides tired.
I'm ready to pit, man.
Pit this time?
No. But this thing is brutal on old tires.
It really is. I ever see guys sliding, going in the grass. Are you wondering if these guys will try to overcut you at all?
I think the undercut is possible, but I think the tires mean too much and it won't work in the long run. So we're just gonna stick to the 40-minute intervals and run the tank out each time, probably.
Really? So that's the goal? It's just 40 minutes all the way through?
Yeah, it looks like each fuel run is like 40 minutes.
Wow, that's surprising. I mean, I thought it was gonna be a little bit more. Now, there's a good chance this is going to roll green all the way through. Is there a different strategy call that you're worried about for any of these guys in the field?
I don't know, not really. I mean, a caution, I don't think a caution would shake things up too bad. I mean, honestly, it'd probably help a lot of people, including me, just to kind of reset and get back at it again. I don't think the time difference is a big factor. I mean, you can make one mistake and you can lose a lot of time anyway, so a caution really wouldn't mess anything up. Sounds like we got, maybe not. Guess that they saved it.
Aiden Walker out of pit road. Davila. Riker Byram's in the pits. Coming in and out of pit road. You were the fastest driver to do it last time. And I wonder if you're coming in. No, you're not. Not
I
this
got
time
2
around.
laps.
Oh, so you're going to run it all the way dry.
Oh, yeah.
That's interesting. Let's see what Mosteller is going to do. He'll stay out. Maybe Schaefer. Now, let's say we do get this thing re-racked, possibly, because you just never know. Anyone inside this field that's what's left, would you worry about?
Probably Demos and Schaefer. I'm not sure where Schaefer's at, but he was pretty fast in practice, and obviously Demos is fast in qualifying, so probably going to look out for them. But I think the clean air is definitely a good factor when you're all stacked up, so try not to, if we do get a caution, I'll try not to burn the tires up like I did that first run and maybe pull away.
That's interesting to see. You got a lot of time still left on the clock. But good news, you're past halfway in the race. You got almost an hour and 20 minutes left. It's like a quick drive from Miami to Orlando or Nashville up through Kentucky and maybe into Indiana.
Oh yeah,
that's how I see it. When I see a timed race like that, it's like, oh, not bad.
You gotta simulate with traffic too.
That is true.
You're stomping your brake to the floor every corner.
That is very, very true. Good luck for the rest of this race. Sean Conklin, ladies and gentlemen, you saw it there. Let's see if we can chime in with River Page. No, nothing on Page. We're looking at William Schmidt. Schmidt, so John, you coming in soon?
Me?
Yeah.
I already came in.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, that's a lot of damage on that tailgate.
I have damage on the tailgate?
Oh, you did not know. Well, it looks like someone got in the back end of you.
Well, I don't remember somebody getting in the back end of me, though. Well, somebody did just get in the back of me right there.
Oh, we just saw it. The Triple Ninja 188.
Yeah.
Lucas Davila.
I did a little bit of off-roading earlier. I don't know if you caught that, so it might have came from there. But
We did see a lot of guys start off-roading a lot more.
It was around 10, so it was probably deep past the race, past the race. But yeah, I'm just flying around. I know I'm not winning at this point, so I'm just gonna have to.
Why? Because of strategy?
Yeah.
40-minute intervals. Wow. You got guys going out in front of you. The only thing is, though, even though you may think that you're out, you just never know. I keep saying that because you really just never know. You're always under fire with guys being around you, other drivers, other competitors. Josh Kenyon and River Page are side by side entering pit road.
That battle is the best battle on the entire track. That's where I made the pass on the grass on both of them.
Uh-oh, someone's got to bail out here. Wow. Josh Kenyon and River Page came to a near complete stop trying to get into the pits because they were wheel to wheel. I thought they were going to get stuck. And if they got stuck, then we were going to need a caution because they were going to hold pit road up. Pit road, it's tight. Did you make up time? Were you a little bit better this time than times before?
Pit stop wise, I think I did a good job, but strategy wise, I definitely fell back a lot quicker because I think everybody else might have slightly undercut it as well. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see in the long run, but it ain't looking too bright for me right now.
Well, Conklin has come to pit road. Mosteller has elected to stay out. Here's James Thurston now taking the second position. River Page. Way to wheel there at the 17. All right, well, we're going to keep an eye on you. We're going to keep an eye on the race. Good luck.
Yep, thank you.
It's William Schmidt, ladies and gentlemen. Mo staying out. Wild. Cannot say I couldn't expect that one. I mean, we knew he was going to have to do something crazy to possibly find a way around Sean Conklin. Now he's got an extra lap there on the 54. 45 seconds. Conklin just coming out of his stall. Mosteller's got to be smart on entrance and exit. Perchatsky is in. He's falling down the totem pole. 30 seconds between Thurston and Most. Most, surprisingly, has not led a single lap this race. He's been able to mostly stay out in front of the rest of the field, minus that of Sean Conklin, but he's been able to also go toe-to-toe with Sean Conklin. Just over an hour remaining. Got 18 minutes on the board. Expect him to pit this time by, and if he does pit, you can expect Mosteller and Conklin to be in a very tough area. You see them sliding the rear end, just trying to get to that line before he jams on the brakes. Trying to make up time. What does James Thurston do here? Does he come to pit road? And here's Conklin. He's got no pressure from behind. He's got no pressure really around him. Here's Chase Schaefer. I'm looking at the time. Schaefer, I think, has made up time to Sean Conklin just through pit road alone. And he's done this without having a caution. So I wouldn't count Schaefer out of this race just yet. I know that's such a bold statement. But with him coming from the back to the front, he's done great things. Thurston is in. Is that Josh Kenyon? It very much is. Here's Sean Conklin just coming down towards turn one. Mosteller will definitely lose the race lead. Sean Conklin will go ahead and take it back, but Mosteller will get a lap led. Had to do a different strategy. And the 87 will now just pull into the stall to get the right sides up. He will lose at least, I want to say 9 seconds, maybe even more. He may be back to 11 seconds to that of Sean Conklin, depending on how he gets out of pit road. Here's Thurston, here's Walker. We had Josh Kenyon make his way back on pit road. Well, we got to go ahead and ask what exactly happened there. Josh back on pit road. Was that a penalty?
Yep, it was. The race is over here. You'll see it in a second since I'm coming out. I was coming through here. I was behind River Page. We were having fun, and I dipped it right there. So I had to come in. And like I said, it's a long, slow pit stop, and it was very bad because I was running pretty good. I felt pretty fast. If we get a yellow, that'd be very big for me. But you know, at this point of the race, I'm not sure if we will. But I will be looking for one.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what the rest of this race has to offer. You're not the first driver to have that issue. I don't think you'll be the last. Good luck from here.
Thank you.
Mosteller 16 seconds back, but look at that. He's already closing in on Sean Conklin little by little. Going to make up time, trying everything he can to mitigate. But with over an hour and 15 minutes remaining, we sit, wonder, and think, will things change? If not ever. There's Walker. There's Schaefer now back there in fourth. Schaefer actually did not close the gap. He lost time. He's now 42 seconds back. How about that? 5 gifted memberships from Eric W. You know what? We're in the point of the race where things could change, but it takes some time for some things to change. How about Ask Me Anything? Ask me any questions for the chat, and I'll go ahead and answer. I want to say thank you to the viewers down below. We'll continue that on now. McConaughey and Davila going at it. That's for the 5th position. Once again, very appreciative of everyone that has super chatted or gifted memberships tonight. Eric W5, the RRN dropping 20 and then a 10. Eric W gifting 1 membership. So thankful for that. You got a lot of these guys lined in. Schaefer, as a matter of fact, closing in on the Aiden Walker 93. Just about 2 seconds, give or take, not less, between 3rd and 4th. Schaefer on fresher tires. Mosteller also on fresher tires and closing that gap to Sean Conklin. Him staying out just that 1 extra lap has made things work. Now, the question is if he can leapfrog 1 more lap on the next stint, and most make it work. Once again, 40-second intervals, keep that, or 40-minute intervals between pit stops. That's what drivers have been talking about. Right now, I don't know. I think we could be under a fuel lottery. Yes, we very much could. Yeah. Oh, man. If it's 40-minute intervals, fuel lottery is in question, at least at the hour and 13-minute mark remaining in this race. That's for Sean Conklin's wonder starts coming into question. How much do you push? Because right now he's time trialing Mostelli, just trying to be faster than that 87, but Mose is gaining time. As a matter of fact, he's gaining it quickly. Maybe saying, hey, you're making a lot of statements for a 15-second gap, and yes, rightfully so. But it was 16 seconds just a lap before. Conklin on older tires usually doesn't fare well to that of the number 87. So we'll keep an eye on that as that continues. I looked at third. Walker is now back to no man's land. Schaefer, who has the fresher tires, has not been able to catch nor pass the Aiden Walker 93. McConaughey, Davila, that's 5th and 6th. How about Lucas Davila, unknown heading into this race, and is putting on a show in the 188. There to Aiden McConaughey. I was not surprised, Alex. I was not really surprised at all. I wouldn't be surprised if he drops back down to Xfinity. Favorite car in iRacing to broadcast? Ooh, that one's tough. Favorite car to broadcast in iRacing. Battle for 5th, you see it here. Here comes Thurston to the inside. Matter of fact, that's for 6th. Finds his way around Davila and will make possibly quick work of McConaughey. I forecast it maybe within 2 seconds, should we say 2 laps, because how close they are. You know, I'm going to say the trucks. I love the trucks. And maybe I have the rose-colored glasses on right now because I got an opportunity to call the Truck Series in just under a month at Milwaukee Mile. And also called a super truck race at Milwaukee Mile on Father's Day. And I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I've always loved the Truck Series. Cale Gale ever since his amazing move at Homestead in 2012. And it's always fun just to see what the trucks are able to do. There's something about pickup trucks dumping at least 180 miles per hour on a super speedway, intermediate, or road course. They just get me excited. Here comes Thurston, that to McConaughey. Rouge. Oh, he's there. Switches to the bottom. Looking back toe-to-toe. Favorite e-ticket event. You know, that Indy event we just had was really good. I really like the Florida 500 as well. Alabama, obviously the performance issue, I thought in the moment was possibly going to royally hurt the stream and actually added a little character to it. Thurston the 5th. Made very quick work of McConaughey. Davila's closing on into that. I'm going to go with, as of right now, this year's Indiana 500. That was so much fun. And you may be asking, yes, there it is. Why didn't we do the Nürburgring? It's going to be tough to ask drivers to pay $25 for the racetrack. Some said, oh, there's different versions that are 15. I said, yes, but I didn't want anyone to fall into that confusion. Mosteller is closing big time. He is now under 12 seconds to Sean Conklin. Just over an hour remaining. But you wonder fuel, you wonder the lottery. A lot of these guys have to push into the 40-minute mark. If anyone pits before that 40-minute mark, it's going to be in question if they can make it all the way through. Keep that in mind, but heading down into a Rouge, they can't shut that engine off and just let it coast. Schaefer, Walker, 3rd and 4th. Two favorite tracks on iRacing. I guess this is to broadcast at. We'll throw Daytona in there because that's always fun. To broadcast at Daytona for sure. You know what? This is one that we rarely do. Legacy, Texas. I love calling races with the Gen 4 at Legacy, Texas. Give me that one. Walker 40 seconds back. Mose. I'm not going to say he's a clear favorite. But boy, it's trending like he's got speed. Look at that lap time. Made up nearly 2 seconds in one lap. We'll soon find out if that was just a fluke. I don't think so, because he's already down to 11 seconds. That one extra lap of him staying out, I'm telling you, it worked to perfection. Looking at a battle possibly for 6. McConaughey, Davila. Keep an eye on it. This 87 is going in the right direction. Here's Conklin, here's Walker, here's Schaefer, here's Thurston, McConaughey, Davila, William Schmidt, Perchatsky, Max Steinmeier, Matthew Miles, Sean Rowan 12th, Riker Byerman 13th. Coolest car I've ever driven. Really tough to think about that. Probably a 2016 Honda. Just over a minute, just over an hour remaining. Dug in, River Page. Osteller having to deal with the lap traffic. And all that time he made up the Conklin's going to quickly go away. Page blocking Mose. 3 wide to the hairpin at turn 1. Has to sneak through both of them. Does down on the bottom. Page hangs tough, toe-to-toe Rouge. That's as a lap truck. Osteller in the grass. River Page 1 lap down. All that time Osteller made up, you kiss goodbye. Walker 41 seconds back, Davila, McConaughey. Battle for position. McConaughey in the 71. Kenyon there in a 4. Davila by 2 Rouge. McConaughey couldn't hold on to it behind. He's got company, Josh Kenyon. Coolest driver you've ever met. Let's go Ross Chastain. Definitely the nicest driver I've ever met. Very humble. I'm going to say humble. Forget the humble part. Very down to earth. That's the better term to use for him. Osteller makes up the time once again, but you wonder what he lost. Walker, Schaefer battle for 3rd. Particles, marbles falling off the tires. Schaefer. Thought about it. Another small peek to the inside. Wanting to peek back to the outside. Perchatsky, Miles, Rowe. Max Steinmeier. 41 seconds. 3rd and 4th. Back to your race leader. Conklin's fall off is already way higher than Osteller. Osteller knows how to manage the tires. Just that little bit better. Over the strips to turn 19 and 20. Schaefer doesn't bite just yet. Carries momentum. Just tag the tailgate. What happened with the 87? That's the slowest I've seen him go through that part of the track in a while. He's all on his own. Oh, he got air. Third team back. Just over an hour remaining. I'm a Dolphins fan. Miami Dolphins. Grown to be a Dolphins fan, born and raised in Miami. Davila, McConaughey. Here's William Schmidt. We got to give it here to Will Schatz. How about never giving up? 2 laps down. Running around this track. Fighting the race car. Marquez Ramos. Started blinking. Duggan. Into the litter. Contact from River Page. Heavy damage. And now the question is, what happened here? And he had a lot more damage before. Went wide all on his own, and everyone else was forced to avoid. Caught the 55, caution wave. I'm going to catch it in a moment. But that will shake things up. Just over an hour remaining. They will have to pit once more, depending on when things roll. Sean Conklin, Daniel Mosteller, Chase Schaefer. All out there, and River Page brings out the first caution of this 2.4-hour race. Forced Duggan wide. You have to focus on Dale Greenwood. And I think River Page is going to have to call it a day. Torn up number 24. It's going to take a while for them to get all these cars back together. And what was almost a caution-free race now gives us a restart. Now, this race was full of attrition. A lot of those guys that are 1 lap down, yes, are still racing. They've just got to find a way all the way back around for us to have a restart. Thurston, Davila, see the yellow lights blinking. We're still going to be somewhat under a fuel lottery, because I think someone's going to make that 10-minute stretch work. Probably make it over 50 minutes. Someone's not going to pit again. I can almost guarantee someone's going to start coasting. Now we got to start thinking what, when, if, how things will work. Schmidt, it's to John. Got a copy.
Yeah.
All right. Everyone's saying 40-minute cycles. That's for pitting. Can you stretch it is the real question.
I honestly do not know. I've just got the 2 laps left of fuel warning, so I'm gonna have to pit anyway. But yeah, so I'm actually gonna be back on the same strategy as everybody else, assuming they all pit. Now, I don't know how much time is left, but if there is a decent enough amount of time, I will probably attempt to try something different again, and hopefully have it actually work this time.
Well, that's going to be interesting.
Okay, we got about an hour left, so yeah, I'll try something different.
So what are you willing to try here?
I might try to save some extra fuel on the long run so I can try to overcut them, because I think I've established the undercut does not work. So I'm going to try to overcut it.
Yeah, I don't think the undercut's going to be working very much. Perchatsky, there you are, they're in 8th. You're now just catching up, so I'm guessing everyone's pitting this time.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Some of these guys will go around to get their laps back. Do you see a 2-tire stop from some of these guys?
If they try that, it's definitely not going to work. So I wouldn't assume I would see any 2 tires, but there might be that one person, but they're not going to last very long up at the front.
Well, it's going to be very interesting to see as we get ready to try it all again. That was William Schmidt. Let's hear from Mose. Mose, timely yellow. What's the strategy?
Pit.
But can you make it to the end on this?
Probably not.
Get ready to see it. Pit road's wide open. All right, this is the longest. Should we say that? The longest? Definitely the longest.
I believe it's one of the longer ones.
The longest pit row we've ever had in NR Night in America.
Probably is longest. I can't think of anything else. Maybe Monza on the. Actually, no. This is definitely longer.
No, this is definitely longer than Monza. This goes up and back, and see it on the other end. John Conklin's been quick.
I just got wrecked on pit road here. All right, we're done.
Really?
Yeah, 99 car.
Chase Schaefer. Did he just try to pass you?
He pushed me into it. He pushed me into the tight right-hander. Killed my car.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't think it's kill. We see no damage.
Oh, I hit the wall really hard. Probably over.
No, I don't think so. Well, we'll see. It looks, well, that happened live. Schaefer's been driving guys really interestingly, should we say. In this race.
I got 3 minutes time kill. Yeah.
No way.
Yep.
Well, we'll have to review it. Schaefer, I'm guessing, will get a penalty for that.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it. It's a really tricky pit road because you're turning right, you know. It's like a sharp right-hander. It happens in everything, and you just pushed me into it. I was slowing down to make the corner. It's fun.
Wow. Well, you'll still restart second.
The steering's been to the left. It's about 11 o'clock.
Oh, boy.
We've got about an hour left. We'll try to make something of it. It's just pretty unfortunate.
Well, we'll get ready to fire it back off. Good luck for the rest of the race. Wow. So Chase Schaefer getting into Mosteller. That was on pit road. Let's see if we can go back to it and see how it happened. It's right before this. It's hard for us to see from this view. Go to the blimp. No, forget the blimp. Let's go to the chopper. Watch the 99 and watch the 87. Yeah, I mean, he just put him right into the wall. Now I wonder the damage on the 99 itself. He was pretty close to him. I mean, there was really nowhere else to go. I understand he's trying to make up spots or make up time on pit road, but wow. Sean Conklin, who has been dominant this entire race, may have something going his way. I don't know if Schaefer has damage. I'd expect him to have something. Mosteller, for sure, was the one with an underlying issue. We look to get it backfired, this time by the one to go. William Schmidt. These are the drivers going around, either getting back on the lead lap or coming to pit road. Matter of fact, they're going to advance it once more, so we'll delay the green just ever so slightly, and we'll get the one to go next time by. So the lights will be back on, and we'll continue to talk to drivers as guys continue to rotate in and out of pit road. Riker Byram to John.
Gotcha.
On pit road, that caution was timely for you.
Ignore that, ignore that, ignore that, ignore that.
Oh, we didn't get to see it. Oh, wow. You know, every time I seem to interview guys, we see people on pit road. Or should we say, we see people in the grass, the litter, and on pit road, should we say. Timely caution, you'll have a big-time restart. This is a race of attrition. What are you expecting?
Oh, I don't know. I think I'm handling it pretty well, but there's a lot of guys that are handling it way better than I am. But I'm just trying to get a top 10 at this point. I'm just having fun, so it's just going all in.
John Rowe, Josh Kenyon, Marquez Ramos, Matthew Miles, Jeffrey Bender, Will Shack, River Page is still in. There's Dale Greenwood. We're waiting on him. And he has now made his way to pit road, so we'll get the one to go this time by. Good group in front of you, but you got to go through Rouge. This time once again as a pack. Worried?
You know, not near as bad as I was for the first one. The first start, very start. I think I've got it down. I think I can trust myself to drive around these other guys. And honestly, with who's up here, I trust them pretty well. So I think it'll be fun.
I wonder who's going to try to make it all the way. That's my new question. Because with that caution coming out, no surprise here, Walker's the pit road, Greenwood's the pit road. They're going to go for this as a no more stops in their book, while everyone else will possibly have to stop one more time. Do you think it's going to work?
It's risky. This much time left, it's risky. Honestly, if you want to do it, I say do it, because that'd be awesome. I don't know.
You'll be restarting possibly with, what, 47 minutes left? Maybe 46, 45. And if you get a sizable lead, like a 40-second lead, and you have time to burn, then you just wait to cross the finish line.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's risky, but honestly, if they do it, I think it's going to make a great show.
Well, it's going to be exciting to see. Good luck.
Thank you.
And updating here from the admins. Looking, wondering, 52 minutes left. Let's talk to Dale Greenwood. Dale, so John, that's how you come to pit road.
Oh, hello there. What's up?
What was that move to pit road for?
4 laps down, so might as well just take some fresh moments.
Hey, well, that is true. You are 4 laps down. I thought, man, that's going to be a strategy call, but your idea here is just to finish the race.
Walker's doing the same thing.
Yeah, I know.
About it.
I was going to get to him in a moment, but I was wondering if that's what you might think is a call. Now that you have that fuel, what is it looking like? What's the ETA of you possibly running out?
My auto fuel says I still need 8.5 gallons.
8.5 gallons to make it to the end?
Yes.
Really? I'm guessing it's ticking down while pacing.
Yeah, so it'll probably be around like 8, 7.5 maybe.
Okay, so they still will have to pit.
Yeah, still gotta pit one more time.
Well, it's gonna be exciting to see how the rest of this night gets ready to roll. And you're gonna have a front row seat for it. How about it?
Yeah, it was fun watching the river wreck happen right in front of me.
That was unbelievable. And that's what caused the caution. Let's talk Aiden Walker. Walker, you pit. Greenwood said he's not good to go to the end.
No, I'm not good to the end. It's just since I had to catch up to the pace car, with how long this track is, I was like, do I really want to have my tires worn when we go green? No, I'm going to pit, and since I'll be back at the pace field by then, I won't have to push as much to get back up there.
How about it?
So now I don't have to have as much time on the tires, and I get more fuel. So maybe this can work, maybe it won't. It's whatever.
Well, that's something to think about. We'll get ready for a restart. Do you think it's enough to get you through what's left of it? I mean, you're in ninth. You're not that far back. So a lot of these guys are still around getting their laps back.
Yeah, because by the time I exited the pits, Mac was only barely passing me at that point, and I was already at the pit exit at that point, so I was fine.
Well, let's see how it rolls. That's Aiden Walker. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the one to go as the minutes tick away from Spa. Less than 50 minutes remaining in the race. Mosteller, we saw his impact on pit road. He said it does not look good. Conklin, Schaefer, Thurston. They got something to work with. Pace car, the hard right on the pit road. They'll get to the hairpin at turn 1. And it will be a dash all the way down to turns 2, 3, and 4. A Rouge is shown to be daring, to be mightyful. Restart in the 2.4 hours of Spa. Conklin leads. One spinning the 188. Lucas Tavola, Mosteller round into the guardrail. Josh Kenyon involved, Riker Byram involved, and the caution is back out. Unbelievable. And the clock will tick again. You have Thurston in second. You have Schaefer that will go to third. You knew the 87 didn't have much to work with. And that looked to be it. Back the tailgate into the guardrail. Whoa. We'll form another restart. We'll get ready to try it again. Let's take a peek and see what happened. This was on the restart. They're lined up 2 by 2. There was no issue. Until you get through that second corner where things started acting up. We knew a wreck in a Rouge was bound to happen if we were giving the drivers an impending restart. And this is what everyone saw. Slide the rear end, went right up into James Thurston. And that was all in the 87. 20 seconds earlier, saw Lucas Davila. Maybe turned off the nose of Max Steinmeier. He didn't exactly hit anything. Watch it again. No contact with William Schmidt. And that's what turned him around. Riker Byram, Josh Kenyon. 2 guys that really just wanted to finish the race. That were part of the melee. Watch from Josh's view. There's nowhere to go. Ryan DeShano. So the caution is out now for the second time with 45 minutes remaining. I expect them to come to pit road. And then you're now really in the fuel lottery again to see if some guys can make it to the finish. Thurston will be second. Schaefer will be third. The minutes start ticking away. They will then catch the pace car and get ready to try it all once more. Demos, I know another chat, but we kind of saw what happened. What'd you see?
I don't know what happened. They all ran wide. They couldn't slow down, I guess. I don't know if I was drifting to the right or right. Pace car so far ahead, I haven't even gotten to pit yet. See how much damage I have. What exactly happened there?
It's mostly tailgate. We had you and Thurston getting into each other.
Yeah, I knew it was him. I just didn't really know what exactly was place. That race was all chaotic. It was really fun. Conklin made a little mistake there, and I thought I had a little bit of an opportunity to pass him. I kind of got
Well, you'll come to pit road now. I guess we'll get a live update on what the damage looks like.
I have to take a long peek and run all the way to my pit stop. Hopefully I don't get punted around this time by. No one find me. I think I would be fine.
Have they caught the pace car yet? No, they have not.
No. It's moving right now.
Wow. So pit road, was it open that time?
Oh yeah, it was open. It's great right now.
You'll make your way in. Chase Schaefer will be third, Thurston second. It's all Fords back up front. Well, this race has been interesting. We had that long run. We had a caution. Some of these guys said it was perfect for them to catch their breath. For others, it was an opportunity at a restart. If you look back, would you have wanted that caution?
Now that I'm wrecked, I wish it didn't happen. Even then, I kind of wish it stayed green because I had pitted a lap later than Conklin, and the tire difference was good, and that was going to be the thing for the rest of the race. So I think I would have been able to maybe catch back up to him, but never got the opportunity to with the yellow. That stuff happens. Looking at it now, and yeah, Thurston drove wide, and I was on the edge of the track. And I guess I didn't know he was going to have that big of a run, but I mean, you're running wide and purposely take a slow down. So, whatever, I guess.
Well, a little frustrated there with 17. You're a driver. Do you think they're going to be able to make it to the end now with this caution?
I think we'll have one more pit stop. Maybe. If we get another yellow, I think it'll be a bit closer. Lap times about 2 minutes 30 seconds. On a tank, we get, I'd say 16 laps, so you can do the math at home. It'll be close. I think one more yellow will definitely solidify it. These restarts are chaotic, so hopefully this isn't the last of any more damage fixed. I'm definitely fast enough to get through the field, but it's going to be a lot harder now.
We can't wait to see you back out there. Good luck.
Thank you.
That's Mosteller, ladies and gentlemen, involved in that last instance. Still no word out of the James Thurston camp. Sean Conklin, another caution, bites the dust. What are you thinking?
I'm scared now.
Because now you're in the limbo and question.
This whole thing is flip strategy upside down.
You're coasting, I hear.
I am. I mean, it's not really doing anything, but it's just kind of a habit. But for the people in the back, hopefully they aren't listening, but they might be able to make it, and we can't.
Because
the guys that just pitted. Yeah.
So are you willing to pit
when
here?
We go, it's closed. I would get a hold. I would get a 40-second hold if I pit now.
Whoa.
It's gonna be 40 minutes when we go back green, which is, yeah, they can make it.
They
so,
can make it.
If we get another,
and you don't know if you can make it. I
know I can't. I'm gonna have to pit. I planned on pitting. I knew what I was gonna do for a pit strategy, but now other cars in the field being able to make it flips the whole thing on its roof. So I don't know. We're gonna see what happens here. I'm gonna hope that we get one more caution.
Well, you could coast all the way down here.
I can, but I am 5 gallons short.
Oh wow. No way.
I am.
Well, let's see what Thurston's doing. I don't know if he's doing the same thing. He's not coasting at all.
Cause I mean, coasting, like me coasting, isn't really doing anything.
Wow.
But just trying to save a little bit more fuel, so the pit stop is just a little bit shorter. But if we have to make a pit stop and they don't, this whole thing might be flipped on its roof. So you might see a back marker win this race. I mean, if Demos's car is like still okay, he might be able to get up and win it. But if somebody else back there that can make it on a clean car, they might steal this one.
Well, that's something to think about.
I try to do the best I can, and that's pretty much all that we can do.
Well, you got 38 minutes left. You're now definitely in the window. So we'll continue to monitor it. Good luck.
Thank you.
That was Sean Conklin, obviously a little bit worried about how the rest of this race will run. Greenwood's still multiple laps down. Schmidt, it's window time, and there's talks. Talks about some making it, some not making it. What boat are you in?
I'm probably going to be really, really close. Out of the 18.7 gallons that this thing has, I'm sitting at a 15.6, so I've only lost about 3 gallons, but there are people who've pitted behind me, so it's going to be pretty close. Honestly, with that in mind, I'm kind of hoping that we do have to pit at some point, but honestly, we'll see when we get there.
We started with 36 trucks. 3 couldn't make it to the line. We're down to a handful left. The attrition aspect was in. Some couldn't take the fatigue, but you guys are all running here at the end. It seems like now everyone's got a shot.
Yeah, it does look like that. A lot of people got their laps back, so that puts more people on the lead lap, more people in contention, so it's pretty good. Sitting in 5th, I don't expect to sit here for very long, but yeah, I mean, I don't know, hopefully the strategy play works out.
We're getting word 20 guys still left puttering around the track. Some completely out of contention, others kind of just rolling around. We got the one to go here. You saw how wild that last restart was. Hypothetically, if we get another caution, are you good to go to the end?
If I pit, more than likely, yes.
But if you stay out?
Then definitely not.
Really?
I wouldn't assume so, because, I mean, maybe possibly if I save enough, but at that point we've already ran a couple heat cycles on the tires, and I would easily lose the lead for everybody else who just came in the pit.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you got 36 minutes left. I can guarantee you that. It's going to be a fun one to see what you can do. Good luck.
Yep, thanks.
That's William Schmidt, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have another restart with 36 minutes remaining. Final moments here from Spa. Final moments before things get turned upside down again. Ford on Ford, row 1, Chevy Ford, row 2. McConaughey and others lined up row 3. Pace car made the hard right on the pit road. And they'll roll down off the hairpin. Hold your breath for 35 minutes as the time winds down in the 2.4 hours at Spa. Thurston into Conklin. Schaefer the move. 3 wide for the race lead. The brace into the chicane. Schaefer goes wide. Thurston goes wide. Chase Schaefer, race leader. Chemistry, we've seen guys make moves already there tonight. Schmidt up to 5th, Thurston there in 2nd. He has to find his way around Chase Schaefer, and quickly with the carousel, the winding turns downhill. The countryside of Belgium. You see the tattoo on the side of the 17. Conklin peeking to the bottom. Not gonna get it there. Hugging the rumble strips. 3/10 the difference. 4/10 the difference between the top two. McConaughey P4. James Thurston still within striking distance. Chase Schaefer wanting to pull away. I don't think it's going to happen. Thurston goes wide. Off 18 to 19. Ford top three. "32 minutes remaining." Thurston to tailgate. Not the run off the hairpin he needed. Schaefer. Advantage to Rouge. Uphill into Kimmel. Thurston, advantage down the Kimmel straight, jumps to the outside. Winding turns. Time ticking. You still wonder if these drivers can make it all the way to the end on fuel. But 2/10, the difference between both the Fords. Downhill through the carousel. Conklin, McConaughey, and there's just a huge litter of machines. From fourth on back, Aiden Walker, Aiden McConaughey, William Schmidt, Jeff Perchatsky, Sean Rowe. Just all over each other. First in P2. He's there. I don't know if he wants to go ahead and push it. Once again, these guys, both of them, no, there's no guarantee to the end on fuel, including in the position they're currently in. They need something to go their way. And for some, it may be just pulling away. Thurston, wide in 18. Too far back for 19. Schaefer had him covered on the chicane. 30 minutes. Just a little bit of change remaining. Remember, the race is going to end at this line, that line right there. They restart off turn one and head into a Rouge, but they finish the race where pit row basically starts. Keep in mind that 17 so good in the Kimmel straight. The Rouge, advantage Schaefer, Kimmel, advantage Thurston. Two back, one back. And a defensive line for the 99. Two tenths, just a little bit more for Thurston and Schaefer. Now Sean Conklin sitting there too. Once again, he led the majority of this race. Matter of fact, he led 43 of the 48 laps. Three tenths to the difference. But Thurston not allowing Schaefer to get away. Under 30 minutes from Spa. You see Thurston in the Ford. You see Conklin in the Ford. You see Walker in the Chevrolet. Mosteller already at over a minute back. The drivers that are fighting for the lead, fighting for the win. What can Schaefer do to hold off the James Thurston and Sean Conklin machines? Matter of fact, he's looking to pull away from them. But what about Walker? What about McConaughey? Schmidt back in 6. McConaughey is there in the 71. There's Max Steinmeier. There's Sean Rowe. Listen to what the 23 is doing. Sometimes the engine input, the throttle input, should we say, tells the tale. Steinmeier, Sean Rowe, both of you together. What's the fuel looking like?
I'm trying to figure that out right now.
Everyone's in that same boat.
Yeah, I think we're pretty close on it. We were trying to workshop some stuff during the yellow to make it close. I think we might have a shot at it.
Gonna be interesting to see. Battle for the lead. Thurston dips the tires into the grass. Goes for it. And takes the lead. Thurston, 4 tires in the grass. Here comes Chase Schaefer. Wow, they did not give him the slowdown. Goes through it in the carousel, but parks it in front of the 99 so he can't get away. Forward. Chevrolet McConaughey. Schaefer's been all over him. He's tried everything, every little move. Thought of a scuffle, thought of an entry point, an exit point. Just through Sector 2, back to Sector 3. We all know James Thurston knows how to defend. He's one of the best to do it. Conklin looked underneath. Schaefer shuts the valve off. No getaway. 25 to go. Bumps the tailgate. Top 7 under 7 seconds. Top 6 under 2.5. Conklin inside Schaefer. Couldn't get it to work. Schaefer advantage to a Rouge. But can he carry the speed as James Thurston does to Kimmel? The answer is yes. 3/10 back. 2/10 back. Lunge downstairs. Contact from the leaders. Thurston holds on. Schaefer back to second. That's going to make or break in this race, that part of the racetrack. But Schaefer is still sticking with them. Golden hour from Spa. Thurston over the strips. Conklin sticking with him. They have to fight like this all the way to the end. I think Davila is thinking of backing it up a little bit. Some of these guys in that moment, waiting, thinking, can they make it to the end? Is there an opportunity to make it to the end? Is it all shutting down? Conklin inside of Schaefer, jumps back to the outside. all over him to 18. Run to the chicane. Conklin tap. Got help from Thurston. But not the drive off that 20th corner. .23 minutes remaining. Riding on board with the 54. They just take those corners like a champ. See him hand over fist. Slicing, dicing, wondering. What's it gonna be? 3/10 the difference. He'll close in, but he won't make it up. Here's a move, William Schmidt. There with Hayden Walker. Walker to 4th. Schmidt to 5th. But it's still Ford's in the way of the Chevy and Toyota. 22 minutes. That's all that's left on that clock. The slicing, the dicing. The moves for position. Just over 21 minutes remaining. And we're going to continue to watch that clock because everyone knows it. Something could happen, could not happen. And they still may all need a pit. No one's sharing the secrets yet. Look to the bottom, Hayden Walker. That was on James Thurston. Conklin 4/10 back. These are the drivers lined up in the top 6. Nose to tail, Walker. No grip, coming off turn 20. Schmidt to the bottom. I don't know just yet. Looking, waiting. Schaefer leads. Conklin trying everything, if not anything. Now that 99, he made up the most spots out of any driver in this race. That's something that you have to appreciate. More than anyone, and it's worked out. 4/10 back. Thurston a second and a half back. And now Conklin's trying to use every inch of the racing surface. Chase Schaefer. First laps led all night, and it was within about 30 minutes until when we'll see the checkered flag. Zach Attack dropping the VIP pass. Grateful for it as always. Long-time member. Saying congratulations. Yes, cannot wait for the truck race to call it over the PA. There's Thurston. There's Schmidt. .21 minutes remaining. Oh, I would say less than that. I think the overlays have now come to a stop. That is true. The overlays will need to be reset. as we continue tracking on to the end of this race. Well, I was about to say, man, he's definitely closing a lot more. We've been at 21 minutes for a while. The move to 16, 17 before the kink of 18. There's Schaefer. Right smack middle of your screen. If you're just tuning on in, this is the 2.4 hours of Spa. These are the final laps. We have had one heck of a treat, I'll tell you that. There's Conklin in second. He's led the most laps. By far, one of the best drivers to be in position for the running of the win. Jefferson Manchild dropping down the one. Here he comes. Conklin to the inside. Switches back top. The run. In the corner. Slams into the side of the 99. Chase Schaefer and Sean Conklin. They slide into the litter. Schaefer back as the race leader. Here comes James Thurston. Conklin goes wide. He's back to fifth. Schaefer's been dirty a lot tonight. I'm going to use that word. I have no problem repeating it. Manchild's dropping another membership. Him and Thurston have gotten into it. Him and Mosteller have gotten into it. Earlier in the race, he turned a driver back in 15th, didn't get a caution for it. Being overly aggressive, yes he has been. 16 minutes to go. James is there. 3/10 back. Looking outside, Schaefer. Watching Thurston try to sneak up and down. William Schmidt in third. Walker in fourth. Thurston wide, Schaefer to the bottom off the hairpin. Kemmel. Schaefer still the advantage. That's about 3/10. We're looking back. Sean Conklin back to 13th. He's on pit road. That's the right call right there. When he gets shuffled back the way you do and you know you can't make it to the end, come to pit road. Make that adjustment. Make that strategy work. Half a second the difference. Thurston backing up, Schmidt backing up. You wonder who can make it to the end. And if they can't make it to the end, will someone get bold to make it work? Ford on Ford, Toyota on Chevy, Chevy back there as well with Hayden McConaughey. Walker sits in fourth. Around 13 minutes remaining now. Now all you can do now is just sit back and watch, because you know that all these guys are struggling. They're all wanting something to work. Curious to see how it would work. They can indeed see victory lane. One second the difference. Schmidt back there in that third position, second and change. Any takers to pit road? Not within the top 6. Max Steinmeier staying out, Sean Rose staying out, and they were questionable if they'll make it to the end. And those guys also pit, if I'm not mistaken, a little bit later than Schaefer and Thurston. So I'm still wondering and waiting. If you're just joining on in, yes, we're under a fuel lottery. Yes, the leaders are tightly knit together. There's Conklin coming out of pit road. Schaefer, Thurston, toe-to-toe to Kimmel. James Thurston, new race leader of the 2.4. The damage there on Schaefer. Conklin parking in front of the 99. Schaefer moving the 54 again. I think a little payback was in order. Now Walker, 6/10 to that of the 4. Should we say the 17? If you're wondering why it says 4 on the overlay and not 17, Thurston did not change his iRacing number to 17, only his trading paints number. That was a Page blowing up on the Kimmel Straight. One sideways, Aiden McConaughey. Puts it in the tires. 11 minutes remaining. Thurston Walker, Schaefer Schmidt. Davila, Steinmeier, McConaughey. Schmidt. Oh, Conklin. Payback to Chase Schaefer. And I think that's going to be a very well-received move. Schaefer, we talked about how aggressive he's been with drivers tonight, and that right there may have just cost it in the race. Sean Conklin led most of this event and will not see victory lane unless a caution comes out where he can get the free pass. It may come down between the top 2 with less than 10 minutes remaining. Three, 30 seconds left. Added to the 9-minute mark. Walker to the bottom, thought about a lunge. Golden hour from Belgium. Walker inside there, James Thurston makes the move. Chevrolet has not had a piece of that top spot since Thanamas Stellar. Aiden Walker, new race leader of the 2.4 hours of Spa. Thurston went mighty wide, lost all that speed when he went over the bumps. 8.5 minutes remaining. Schmidt there in third, the Toyota. And Bowtie has stolen so many wins from Ford in our night in America in the closing laps of either a community event, an e-ticket event. And I'll continue to say it. Now, will the fuel go ahead and hold up? Schmidt's in third. He's another one that has really closed the gap. James Thurston had his time up front, but it's Hayden Walker that starts pulling away. Less than 8 minutes remaining. This is where Thurston's at his best right here. It's this part of the racetrack. Down to a Rouge. Walker. 7 tenths. 8 tenths. He's pulling away. Now this is going to be his. Fuel, fuel, fuel. That's what you're wondering. If he can make it. The two drivers that dominated the race, 1-2, are now sitting 11th and 18th. No, check that, 16th, Sean Conklin. And how things just got turned up on their heads. Thurston tiptoeing downhill. You can hear him, he's rolling the throttle. They cannot make it to the end on fuel. That's what we're hearing. Everybody is forced to save. And what they may be doing collectively is just let the time run out, so that's less laps they have to complete. That's the only reason Thurston rolled it that much. I mean, he was almost on a standstill. No brake, no throttle. And he can make up so much time on that end of the corner. It's gonna be tough. Listen on Hayden Walker, who's a little more powerful on the throttle. When does he shut the engine off, if that? Here's Thurston. Walker blipping the throttle. No saving for him. Down about 38 miles per hour. 5 minutes remaining. Chevy, Ford, Toyota. Schmidt in third. Davila in fourth. Steinmeier in fifth. Miles in sixth. Josh Kenyon. Jeff Perchatsky. 5 minutes left. We're still listening. Here maybe if he can save, if that. Or the last time these guys pit, they were in a window where they possibly could make it. And then you question if they could even make it at all. Here's Walker, here's Thurston. This is where Thurston saved downhill. You wonder when he shuts the engine off, if he shuts the engine off at all now. He's a second back, and there's no more saving at this point in the race. Oh, maybe there is. I would say with a minute left, there definitely is no more saving. Saw the 3-minute mark, almost like it could be 3 laps to go, but in reality, we could be down to the final lap and a half, final 2. Thurston, an awkward line through the S's. Kenyon 23 seconds back. Steinmeier 10 seconds back. Keep those guys in mind just in case. Lucas Davila has found his way up to the 4th position. I'm telling you, Walker's pushing a lot more. He's definitely in an area where he feels like the dominating factor. Thurston's just sliding that car around. Davila, Schmidt, 2 minutes and 42 seconds. They should have another lap unless something goes wrong. Last time around, they ran at 2:32. Closing laps, final minutes from Spa. Gotta go. They talked about, what was it, 5 gallons short some of these guys were? Unless they were bluffing. That's another thing. Drivers have been known to bluff multiple times under the 2-minute warning. Thurston coasting, trying to save anything he has. He is giving a huge lead to that of Aiden Walker. Only thing you got to worry about is Walker could technically back it up. Are they going to try to finish on this lap? There's Thurston in second. There's Davila in third. William Schmidt back to fourth. Max Steinmeier in fifth. Matthew Mike, 1 minute remaining. Listen to the inputs. Easy into the corner. Aiden Walker. Now they're going to finish it. I believe they want to finish it on this lap. We'll wait to see what scoring says. If they give them one more lap, it's going to be tough. Nearly a 4-second advantage for the 93. 33 seconds left. 30 seconds left. He's only got a 3-second advantage. They're going to have to go around one more time. There's James Thurston. There will be one more lap left in the 2.4 hours of Spa. Salamanca, 1 to go from Belgium. James Thurston on pit road. He couldn't make it to the end. Aiden Walker has got to limp it back home for a win. Lucas Davila, an underdog. Very few knew him before this race, is in the camper position. If the 93 has an issue, he's slowing, he's shaking. And all it is now is a wait and see moment. Seven seconds in advantage. Way ahead, there's Lucas Davila. Look at all the drivers that have had to come to pit road. Thurston is in. Walker. He's got a mighty lead. I think it's going to come home. Thurston was the worry about fuel. Schaefer. Another one that most likely wouldn't be able to make it to the end. He's less than halfway home to victory. A Ford-dominated race, now in the hands of Chevrolet. Lucas Davila 7 seconds back. Max Steinmeier holding on to a third-place finish. William Schmidt, he's out. Schmidt's out of fuel. Josh Kenyon, not sure. Aiden Walker. Listening, waiting. As he reaches the chicane for the final time. He's gonna do it. He's gonna win the 2.4 Hours of Spa. Aiden Walker victorious from Belgium. I'd be worried there at the end. But nonetheless, a fun race with a fun finish. Max Steinmeier will come home third. Matthew Miles fourth, Josh Kenyon fifth. Riker Byram, there's James Thurston, he's flooring it with Moss Steller there in seventh. Should we save? Most to the bottom. Slams tours. Thurston has to stop and go. McConaughey will sneak in for an 8th place finish. And there's William Schmidt. We'll get help from Chase Schaefer to make it back around. Aiden Walker has won the 2.4 Hours of Spa. It was a fun race, fun community event. At the end of the day, it came down to some type of strategy. 36 trucks entered. 3 couldn't make it past the first lap. And then it became a race of attrition. But at the end of the day, it was all Chevrolet on top with Aiden Walker going to victory lane. He'll get ready to burn it down at our Night in America. Fueling victories all year long. Let's go talk to the race winner. Walker says, Sean, you got a copy. Aiden Walker says, Sean, you got a copy. And he is muted, but we know he is here. He is running around the racetrack. Oh, he just blinked out. How about that? Oh, he may be having internet issues. To the viewers that have all tuned in, we say thank you so much for hanging out with us here tonight. As this will conclude tonight's edition of NR Night in America. I'll be at Salem Speedway tomorrow for the ARCA race. We're calling that over the PA. And then the week after that, up in Owasso, Michigan, broadcasting live on Racing America for the Jag CRA All-Stars Tour. Big talk of the town, though, on all social media. Yes, I will be calling the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race at Milwaukee, August 25th, over the PA. That'll be an in-house production, and it is going to be a huge blast. Love the opportunities iRacing has given me. Love the opportunities that viewers like yourself have given me. If there was no NR Night in America, there would be none of these opportunities. What happened?
You put me in the wrong chat and I was suppressed. I couldn't actually...
You're still here, and now you're gone.
Yeah, I just blinked out. I just blinked out because I alt-tabbed.
I didn't put you in the wrong chat. I think you have this one.
No, I don't.
Really? Well, no matter what, you're burning it down.
Team Awesome, and I would have been able to talk.
Oh, that's interesting. Well,
I was about to be like, does he seriously do this just so he can end the stream early?
I've tracked you to a chat so we can have an interview.
Yeah, I know. You need to start dragging people back to the interview chat, not random team chat.
It's like a big elevator ride up there, having to drag people left and right. I'm telling you, you guys don't know the amount of chats we have in the Discord server. It is insane. They start probably taking some out. No matter what, you went to victory lane. How was it?
Well, the strategy, for once I actually was smart with a strategy, which is actually kind of unbelievable, because like every other time I always mess up strategy. I still have fuel left, by the way.
Yeah, I
could
get that.
probably
What the
run
heck
all the way
happened?
down to the bottom of the bottom of this hill, and
How?
still have fuel.
How?
I faked you guys out. So, John, you don't remember how I was putting every other
That was true.
lap
We
pretty
did see
much?
that.
I was like, I'm just gonna pit as many times as possible, and maybe we'll make it. And even if I didn't pit, I think those last 2 times I would have probably still made it. So overall, the strategy went really well somehow. And well, I probably need to head back downstairs in a minute to go scale my car.
Yeah, so you got a race tomorrow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Well,
You
we'll
go
get ready
ahead.
to let you go because I know you have to go ahead and do that.
Well,
but
no, I just want you to ask questions first. I'll still do the full interview.
Well, there's not much to ask. The real question was how the heck you saved it. And you kept faking
I
everyone
didn't
out.
save. Funny thing is, I didn't even need to save. Because Josh Kinney was behind me, and he was able to make it by a full lap also.
Wow. That's insane.
Like, even with me just slightly saving, I gained like a lap of fuel over him. So,
I did say that, Eric W. They do lie about their fuel. They do it all the time. Sometimes they're honest, sometimes they're not. We're talking about people in the middle
I
of the
still
race.
got fuel, by the way. I still got fuel right now.
Well, it was exciting. You want to say anything to the viewers back at home?
Well, first of all, I gotta thank my sponsors, Fast Cash Racing Products, Lively's Custom Diecast, Cognitive Motor Company, Blue Line Tennessee, SKS Motorsports. Go follow them on Twitter. Oh, I'm finally out! Oh, that was a bad voice crack. But I'm finally out. Hope everyone enjoyed the stream. I probably need to go scale my car before anything goes bad.
Well, we'll let you go ahead and do that. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That was Aiden Walker, ladies and gentlemen, victorious in the 2.4 hours of Spa. He will be in the NWP 400. That will wrap up tonight. And we're so glad to have you all with us. You love community events. You want to do more in the future. If you're heading to Salem Speedway tomorrow, I'll see you there. It's going to be a lot of fun. You're heading to Wausau next week. I'll see you there. You're heading to Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. The week after that, I'll see you there. As the in-person broadcasts will be continuing, as well as the simulator side, because the NWP 400 e-ticket event is just around the corner. With that being said, it was a fun Friday night back on NR Night, and for that, we'll say goodnight. And thank you to all that have tuned on in. I'm John Ramos, the voice of NR, saying so long from Belgium, as this has concluded the 2.4 hours of Spa.